Anyways, life happened and I wasn't able to actually bring out any reviews for the past, oh gosh, I don't even know when. But this video is, well, I'm thinking about making a series called Backlog, and that's basically just jotting my thoughts down about the games that was on my backlog that I played, and these are games that I'm either planning a review on or just don't want to talk about, at least not at like a full video's length. Anyways, I'm gonna start off with what I was planning to review this year and was actually kind of excited since I wrote the script and everything, but never ended up doing a video on. Anyways, it's Night in the Woods, and I really wanted to talk about this because the main character is like the perfect Mary Sue for me, right? Basically a 20-something. I forgot she was 21, I think. Maybe younger than that or older. I don't even know, but she's 21. High school or college, my bad. A college dropout who basically lives in a small town, and that it's basically perfect for me since that description perfectly fits me since I am a full-time worker, at the age of 22, and the fact that small town nostalgia. This game reeks in small town nostalgia, and it's perfect for a story-driven type of scenario because I would assume at least that most of the people that this game is targeting are gonna be those people, basically the hipsters, the millennials. And that's what this game is. It knows its target audience, and it keeps the gameplay basic, simple, keeping the story right as the main focus and not really stepping out of bounds of that. And yeah, you could call it maybe a walking, simulator, except in 2 dimensions, but what this does is actually a little cheap. It's basically a walking simulator first, and then almost like this weird WarioWare type mini-game-esque, little detours during the story. And it's not bad, because, most of the mini-games are good enough distractions. But the game spans 8 hours long, and Jesus Christ, it felt like there are parts, and not just, just 1 or 2 spots. A little more often than that, just parts where it felt like it dragged on, especially on the mini games. Some of the mini games are very not fun. More like, okay, I have to get through this so I could continue the story. And if the story wasn't, well written or at least relatable to me, I would have dropped this game. I would have dropped this game hard. But hey, the game kept my attention, and basically Night in the Woods are perfect for people who care about story. Gameplay-wise, there may not be much, but where there is gameplay, it's not very deep. It's, just mini-games. So, it's just like a good detour, like I said, from the story. And if you're a story kind of person, I think you should check this game out. And the art style is beautiful. The music is actually pretty great. Even the little music you play on that little rhythm game that they present is pretty great too, even though everything does sound like, FL Studios quality cheap. Anyways, Night in the Woods, I would recommend for those, if you think this would be a game for you, I definitely recommend it. But if you wholeheartedly know that you are not the audience for this, or don't even like these games, then yeah, definitely skip it. The other game I was planning on to make a review of, but I don't really specialize on bigger titles, is NieR Automata. And really, since I don't specialize on bigger titles, and like I said, my schedule, I do get pretty busy. I didn't the video on NieR Automata that I was gonna do was mainly gonna be jokes, but NieR Automata is definitely I don't know yet, but if it's my game of the year, but it's definitely up there. It's a contender for my game of the year. The music is amazing, the art style looks beautiful, and the gameplay is literally what, Platinum fanboys basically ask for. It's not what they ask for 100%, but Jesus Christ, anything but the shit we've been getting lately from Platinum. The fact that Yoko Taro, probably one of the most, interesting directors out there, is on the helms. Yoko Taro and Platinum Games. Basically, what more, I could have asked for that duo. NieR Automata, oh my god, I'm actually kind of, since I'm going Unscripted, I really can't find words right now. It's just a damn good game, and Jesus Christ, 2B. I mean, oh my god, Overwatch is, probably one of the only games that could trump fucking NieR Automata when it comes to porn. Or at least, during day one or whenever it was announced, because Jesus Christ, man, 2B, nice ass, but, all this, fucking waifu fagging aside, if you like Platinum Games, fucking get it. If you just like a good game in general, trust the reviews on this one, trust the hype, damn good game. Oh, and yes, again, just trying to, make sure to hammer this. It's a Yoko Taro game. Fucking, you will get your heart pulled out. Trying not to spoil anything, but you will get your heart pulled out. You'll get played on. Anyways, Snake Pass. Snake Pass is a game that I actually was interested on because, yes, I was kind of hyped for Yooka-Laylee. Could care less for Yooka-Laylee though, but I kind of ruined it for me because I read reviews. Just completely got turned off. Fucking 3D platformers aren't even my thing anyways, so. But, saw the trailers, videos for Snake Pass, and thought this was interesting, and I got what I expected. And maybe a little more than I expected because as something that basically sells itself as a mascot platformer, it's weird because you control a snake, obviously. You control Noodle, which the characters are adorably named Noodle and Doodle. You control Noodle the snake, and this is probably the best they could do on, anybody could do on controller when trying to recreate, moving like a snake. And the best part about it is it doesn't, it's most 3D platformers relied on, gimmicks, such as, all of a sudden there's a switch to kart racing. But Snake Pass knows that with this weird control scheme, it can't get away with gimmicks like that. Because unlike Yooka-Laylee, that motherfucker is not gonna control like Banjo. Anyways, you collect stuff, but the main goal of the game, if you want to complete it, as fast as you can or whatever, is just to collect the 3 or 4 crystals to unlock the gate. But it's a collectathon, so you got other collectibles and whatnot, like the blue orb thingies. I can't name them right now, but the little blue orb thingies basically are just collectibles you could find everywhere, and the gold coins, which is disgustingly placed in the most curious places towards, you could fucking die trying to collect those, right? But it's a challenge, and you can get those, and that's the temptation, and that's kudos for that, because the game, like that right there, just emphasizes what the game focuses on. So if it doesn't focus on gimmicks, it just focuses on the weird control scheme it has. Therefore, it has to focus on level design, and level design it excels on. Since this is the only game where the controls are like that I know of at least, it gets away with a lot. The fact that it's minimal in a way that it's all level design. There's an argument that there's not a lot of variety, but with that control scheme, I mean, they did the best they can, and it's something you're gonna have to check out for yourself. I wouldn't recommend it for everyone, since it's gonna take a while. I mean, like, weird enough, the hardest part of the level design must be like weird control scheme. The first levels are gonna be hard until you get used to them, but then again, they have to keep the levels, more challenging too, towards, you're not only trying to get used to it, but once you get used to it, everything else after that has to be a challenge. Anyways, Snake Pass. If you think you'd like it, I definitely recommend it. If you're, please, for the love of God, choose this over Yooka-Laylee right now, especially with everything going on about that game, and the reviews aren't even all that great anyways. Just saying. So, the fourth game that I want to talk about is River City Underground, and River City Underground is great. It's really great, and it filled that void of beat 'em up games that Double Dragon 4 did not fill. I'm sorry, Arxis, but Double Dragon 4 just felt like a glorified ROM hack that I had to fucking pay for. $15, I believe, and it's not worth the $15. If anything, I think it's 20 right now. I don't know. Too lazy to check Steam, but whatever. River City Ransom Underground deserves your money. You guys think that beat 'em ups, not your thing, not your genre. River City Underground may change that. Kinda has light RPG, role-playing game stuff in it. And the fact that it's also like a pseudo open world, since you're just kind of going around, different places, beating the shit out of people, little shops. The fact that the characters have personality, and you can't really say that about most beat 'em ups, because most characters are just, Mary Sue's, and who cares about the fucking characters when the fucking gameplay is just, good mechanics. Or not good, but satisfying mechanics, and that feeling of overpowering other people, hence the name beat 'em up. River City Ransom does that basically at like a 10 out of 10 scale, and then does more. I'm not saying the game is a 10 out of 10, but it definitely excels on being more than just a beat 'em up, because there's it really reminded me of like a light Grand Theft Auto, basically, where you hit an innocent bystander or fight where you're not supposed to fight, then you get the cops called on you. It's fucking great, and when the cops get called on you, you have no choice but to just beat the shit out of them. And yeah, sure, beating the shit out of cops, you did in Grand Theft Auto any day, but I'm talking about the cops come from like fucking helicopters from like each side of the screen. It's fucking great. It's a good enough thing where if you're bored enough, and you just want to fight shit, something you could deal by yourself, and good enough towards it is something that you want to avoid if you really do not want to fuck with, just increasing your time in the game more. Anyways, missions, fucking entertaining. The story is alright, but once you get friends, since it also is online multiplayer and couch co-op, once you get your friends there, you're definitely gonna have a blast, because where the story kind of does lack, maybe a little bit more of an edge or maybe more surprises, the gameplay is just old school. This is what video games were supposed to be type thing, because oh my god, River City Underground, along with NieR Automata, is probably one of my best games of the year. Anyways, I've ranted enough. I'm gonna try to avoid making these videos, and when I do, I am planning on calling it maybe Backlog or something, and maybe reserving it for something like, maybe music and anime. Because those are two things I also am a fan of, and I try to define my taste with. Anyways, that's been my backlog when it comes to making of videos, and hopefully I can make a video about Mr. Shifty soon. Anyways, you guys hit that subscribe button and make sure you check out my other videos, which definitely, I swear to God, are better than this. Better edited, better scripted, since I normally script my stuff. And you guys have a good day. And be sure to check out my friends over at Lethal Gear. Sonic Kick has his own YouTube channel, and everybody else is in the Lethal Gear channel, such as Narrows and Chris, aka Dry Soup. And that's my plug for today. Anyways, you guys have a good day.